Humanity had always been quiet in the galaxy. While other species built huge armies and conquered worlds, humans chose a different path. They did not seek wars or fights. They built cities, explored space, and traded goods. They became known as mediators and problem solvers. Many alien species thought of humans as weak. They were clever, yes, but they rarely showed force. For hundreds of years, humans lived peacefully. President Alex Carter looked out from his office at the small capital city on Earth. He watched the morning sun rise over the tall buildings. It was a calm city with people walking to work, children playing in parks, and aircars moving slowly between towers. Alex felt proud. Humanity had come a long way. They had survived wars, natural disasters, and even diseases, but never had they started a war in the galaxy. Emma Brooks, one of the most respected diplomats, walked into Alex's office. She carried a small folder filled with reports from other worlds. "Mr. President," she said, "we have news from the Calorin system. They are growing restless again. They have been watching us closely." Alex nodded. He knew about the Calorin. They were one of the stronger species in the galaxy. They had large fleets, powerful weapons, and fierce soldiers. Humans had dealt with them carefully for decades. "Do they want to fight?" Alex asked calmly. "Not yet," Emma replied. "They are testing us. They are sending messages to other systems, trying to see if humanity will react. They believe we are too weak to resist them." Alex sighed. "They always think that. Humans have a history of patience. That is our strength, but we cannot be careless." "Keep monitoring them closely, Emma." Outside the city, human life continued peacefully. John Miller, a young naval officer, walked along the main streets. He was fit, with dark hair and steady eyes. He carried a small communicator that allowed him to contact his fleet. John had trained for years, not for war, but for protection. He knew that humans did not attack first, but if anyone dared to threaten their colonies, they would respond. On another planet far from Earth, Lisa Grant worked in a laboratory. She was a scientist who studied space and the stars. Her work helped humans explore new systems and find safe planets for colonies. Lisa loved her work, but she also knew the galaxy could be dangerous. She often looked at the sky and thought about what humans might face if their peaceful ways were challenged. Humans had learned long ago that showing strength did not always mean showing weapons. They focused on intelligence, creativity, and problem-solving. They built ships that could travel long distances, technologies that could protect colonies, and systems that allowed communication across light years. Their fleets were small but fast and precise. Humans had learned that wars were expensive and deadly, so they avoided them whenever possible. Even with all this, humans were not naive. They knew that other species could be cruel and selfish. Some species saw peace as weakness. They believed that humans could be pushed around, but humans had a secret. They had prepared quietly, hidden from others. They had technologies and strategies that could surprise even the most confident enemies. They had patience, discipline, and the will to survive. Alex Carter often met with the Council of Leaders to discuss human strategy. The council included people from all over Earth, men and women who had spent years studying diplomacy, science, and defense. Claire Adams, a tactician known for her clear thinking, often explained how humans could protect themselves without starting a war. Ben Harris, an engineer, showed new designs for ships and defenses. Together, they made sure humanity stayed safe while keeping peace. In the council room, Alex looked around at his team. "We have always kept peace," he said. "We have helped other species, solved disputes, and avoided wars, but we must never forget that some may try to test us. We must be ready even if we hope it never comes to fighting." Outside the council chambers, ordinary humans lived their normal lives. Children laughed as they played in parks, families walked along quiet streets, and merchants sold goods in marketplaces. Humans valued life and freedom. They believed that peace was not only possible but necessary. They taught their children that understanding, kindness, and intelligence were stronger than fear and violence. At the same time, the galaxy was changing. Far from Earth, the Calorin and other ambitious species watched humans carefully. They discussed in private halls with loud voices and sharp gestures. "Humans do not fight," one Calorin leader said. "They may have some clever tricks, but they will not resist us. Their fleets are small and their defenses are weak. We can take what we want from them without fear." Another Calorin frowned. "Be careful, humans are patient. They wait, they observe. We cannot know everything they are hiding, but still they do not seem dangerous. They are like children who play with tools they cannot fully understand. This made some humans smile quietly when they learned of it later. The galaxy often underestimated humanity, but humans had learned long ago that appearances could be deceiving. Being quiet and peaceful did not mean being weak. Humans had survived for thousands of years because they knew how to wait, how to plan, and how to protect themselves. John Miller returned to his ship after his morning walk. He checked the systems, made sure the communications were clear, and ran through safety protocols. Even though humanity had not fought wars in a long time, every officer trained as if a battle could happen at any moment. John felt pride in being part of something larger than himself. Humanity had kept peace, and he was part of the team that would protect it. Lisa Grant also finished her work for the day and looked out from her laboratory window. She could see other human colonies on distant planets. They were small settlements with people working, farming, and building homes. She smiled. Humanity's colonies were not meant to expand violently or conquer. They were meant to thrive and explore. That was the human way. Alex Carter returned to his office in the evening. He watched the sunset, feeling calm. Humanity had built a life that many species admired. They had achieved peace through patience and intelligence, not through fear or domination. Yet he could not ignore the reports. The galaxy had dangerous species who might test human patience. "Emma," he said when she returned to his office, "we will continue our diplomacy. We will help others and keep peace, but prepare the fleet quietly. No one must see our strength unless it is necessary." Humanity must stay calm but ready, Emma nodded. She understood the message. Humanity had always avoided showing its full power, but it had the ability to act decisively if threatened. They had learned long ago that peace was worth protecting, and that sometimes preparation was the best protection. As night fell on Earth, lights glowed in cities, spaceports, and colonies across the stars. Humans slept peacefully, unaware that distant species watched them closely. For now, the galaxy believed humans were gentle, quiet, and weak. But humans were patient. They had waited, learned, and prepared. They had survived because they never rushed into war. They had thrived because they chose peace over power. And though no one yet knew it, humanity's era of quiet patience would soon be tested. For centuries, humans had been calm. They had avoided conflicts and kept peace. They had built a galaxy where life could flourish. They had shown others that strength could be found in patience, intelligence, and cooperation. Humans were ready for the future, even if the galaxy did not understand them. And so, humanity continued its peaceful life. Children played, officers trained, scientists studied, and leaders planned. The galaxy watched, thinking humans were simple and harmless. But humans knew something the galaxy did not. Their strength was hidden, waiting quietly, ready to protect all that they had built when the time came. The galaxy had grown restless. The Caloran Empire, a strong and proud species, had been watching humans for decades. They noticed the calmness of human worlds, the lack of large fleets, and the quiet life of colonies across the stars. To them, this was weakness. To humanity, it was patience. Commander Verk, the leader of the Caloran Empire, stood on the bridge of his flagship. His tall frame and sharp eyes gave him a sense of power. He studied a large screen showing human colonies scattered across space. "They have no desire for war," he said, his voice sharp. "Their fleets are small. Their colonies are weakly defended. We can take what we want without resistance." A younger officer, Relin, frowned. "Commander, they may have hidden defenses. We cannot be certain." Verk laughed. "They are humans. They do not fight unless forced. They hide nothing but trade and science. Their patience is their only skill, and it does not matter. We will strike quickly and take what we need." Back on Earth, President Alex Carter sat in his office, unaware that the Caloran were planning a move. He was reviewing reports from colonies on the edge of known space. "Everything seems normal," he said aloud. "All colonies report no trouble, but we must stay vigilant. There is always risk in the galaxy." Emma Brooks entered with a worried look. "Alex, I have received some unusual messages from the Garan system. Their diplomats report that Caloran ships have been seen near human trade routes. They claim they are there for routine inspections, but their behavior is aggressive." Alex rubbed his temples. "We have warned them before. They always think we are weak." "How long before their testing becomes more than words?" Emma shook her head. "I do not know, but we must prepare. The humans in the outer colonies are mostly peaceful civilians. If the Caloran attack, many lives will be at risk." In the outer colonies, John Miller was supervising a supply transfer. His ship was small but fast, capable of moving goods between planets in days rather than weeks. John noticed unusual signals in the communication network. "This is strange," he muttered. He scanned the network carefully and found evidence of Caloran ships approaching. He sent a report to headquarters. "They are coming closer than usual. The Caloran may be testing us. Keep all colonies on alert." Meanwhile, Lisa Grant was monitoring planetary scanners. She detected an unusual energy spike near the trade lanes. "It is not normal," she said to her assistant. "These readings suggest weapons systems are active. We may be facing something soon." Despite their warnings, the Caloran did not wait. Commander Verk decided to act. He ordered his fleet to attack a small, lightly defended colony in the Vesta system. The colony had humans, children, families, and some workers, but only a few naval officers for protection. Alex Carter received the first news of the attack in his office. The message came in slowly, delayed by distance, but it was clear. "They have struck," Emma said, her voice tight. "The Vesta colony is under attack. Casualties are reported. Their fleets are small, but they are trying to destroy everything." Alex stood silently for a moment. He had hoped diplomacy would work, but now it was too late. The Caloran had made a mistake, believing humans would not respond. "Prepare the fleet," he ordered. "This is no longer a test. Humanity will defend itself." On the colony, chaos reigned. Ships fired across the sky, buildings were destroyed, and alarms blared. John Miller arrived with a small squadron of human fighters. They were outnumbered, but they moved with speed and precision. "Protect the civilians," he shouted. "Evacuate them to safe zones. Do not waste time on their ships. Focus on saving lives first." Lisa Grant monitored from orbit, directing evacuations and managing communications. Her mind worked quickly, calculating trajectories, predicting enemy movements, and ensuring that every escape route was covered. She had never faced a full attack, but her calm focus helped save hundreds of lives. The Caloran, confident in their power, expected the colony to fall easily, but humans were not weak. John Miller and his squadron used clever maneuvers to confuse the enemy. Small ships appeared from unexpected directions, cutting off supply lines and disrupting attacks. Civilian ships escaped because humans knew the terrain of their systems better than outsiders. Commander Verk was furious. "Why are they resisting?" he shouted. "They are weak." "They should surrender. Why do they fight?" Relin, his officer, spoke carefully. "Commander, humans are different. They wait. They observe. They may not have large fleets, but they are organized and fast. This resistance may not be over." Verk ignored the warning. He continued the assault, striking with full force. But humans had prepared secretly. Hidden defense satellites activated, targeting Caloran ships with precision. Weapons systems that seemed small and harmless suddenly destroyed enemy engines and disabled their control networks. On Earth, President Carter watched the situation unfold through live communications. "They underestimated us," he said quietly. "They believed patience was weakness. They were wrong." Emma Brooks nodded. "They made a fatal mistake. Humans do not fight without reason, but when pushed, we respond." As the battle continued, John Miller led his squadron in daring maneuvers. They used speed, intelligence, and teamwork to outmaneuver a much larger fleet. Small human ships struck critical points in the Caloran formation, disabling command centers and forcing enemy ships to retreat. Lisa Grant directed evacuation efforts, guiding civilians to hidden safe zones. Her careful planning meant that even though the colony had been attacked, most people survived. Children were safe, families reunited, and workers escaped the burning buildings. Meanwhile, across the galaxy, other humans began to notice unusual Caloran activity. Reports from colonies on the edge of human space showed ships moving toward trade routes and communication lines. Humans were ready to act, even though they had hoped for peace. On the Vesta colony, the Caloran were finally forced to retreat. Commander Verk watched as his ships were damaged and his attack failed. He could not understand it. "How can this be?" he muttered. "They are supposed to be weak. They are supposed to surrender." John Miller landed on the planet and looked at the damage. Buildings were destroyed, but the people were alive. He smiled grimly. "They thought we would give up. They thought patience was weakness. They were wrong. Humanity will defend itself." Lisa Grant joined him on the surface. "This is only the beginning," she said. "They will learn that we are not easy to break. We are quiet, but we are strong. We protect what is ours, no matter the cost. Back on Earth, Alex Carter addressed the council. The Caloran have made a mistake. They believed our patience was weakness. Now they will see the truth. Prepare all fleets. Activate defense systems. Humanity will not be threatened without response. This is the moment we have trained for quietly and carefully for generations. Claire Adams, the tactician, nodded. Our fleets are ready. We will strike with precision, not force. The galaxy will see that humans do not attack, but when attacked, we are unstoppable. Ben Harris, the engineer, showed new designs for ships and defense systems. We have hidden technologies, he explained. Systems that appear harmless but can disable enemy fleets. They are fast, precise, and deadly when used correctly. The Caloran will not expect them. Emma Brooks added, we must also communicate carefully with other species. They need to know humanity is not weak. Peace has been our choice, not our weakness. Diplomacy still matters, but strength must be clear. As night fell across human space, humans worked tirelessly. Colonies repaired damage, fleets prepared for possible further attacks, and scientists like Lisa Grant calculated new strategies. Humanity had been peaceful for centuries, but now the galaxy was beginning to understand that patience and intelligence could be stronger than force. Commander Verk returned to his fleet. He was shaken, angry, and confused. Humans are not what we thought, he admitted. They are clever, they are organized, they are stronger than they appear. We underestimated them. But the damage was done. His attack had failed and his fleet had lost ships. The Caloran Empire would need time to recover, giving humanity an advantage. Humans, though calm, had proven that they would not surrender. On Earth, Alex Carter stood in his office looking at the stars. We have kept peace for centuries, he said softly. But the galaxy has tested us. Now they will see that patience is not weakness. Humanity does not attack without reason, but when threatened, we protect everything we have built. The Caloran made a fatal mistake, and they will never forget it. John Miller returned to the Vesta colony to oversee recovery efforts. He spoke with survivors, encouraging them. You were brave, he said. You stayed calm and followed orders. Humanity survived because of your courage and patience. This is what we do. We protect life, and we are ready for anything. Lisa Grant watched the stars from the colony. She thought of the future. The galaxy was changing, and humans were part of that change. We will rebuild, she said. We will learn, and if anyone ever tries this again, they will understand. Humans may be quiet, but we are never weak. As humans worked through the night across planets and colonies, a clear truth became visible. The galaxy had assumed peace meant weakness. The Caloran had made their first fatal mistake, and humanity, patient for centuries, was beginning to show its hidden strength. The quiet humans had survived their first attack, not through brute force, but through intelligence, planning, and courage. And now the galaxy would begin to see that while humanity kept peace, it would never be powerless. The Vesta colony was quiet now, but the memory of the attack lingered in the minds of humans. Fires had been put out, ships repaired, and families returned to safety. Yet the Council on Earth knew that this was only the beginning. The Caloran had made a fatal mistake by attacking a small colony, and humanity would now show its strength. President Alex Carter sat at his desk, reviewing reports from every colony. The Caloran believed patience was weakness, he said quietly. Now they know the truth, but we cannot be reckless. We must be precise and careful. Every move we make will matter. Claire Adams, the tactician, stood near the map table in the council chamber. The room was filled with screens showing ships, colonies, and fleet positions across human space. We have been preparing quietly for years, she said. Our fleets are ready, our ships are fast, and our weapons are precise. We will strike not out of anger, but out of necessity. We must defend humanity and show the galaxy that patience is our strength, not weakness. Ben Harris, the lead engineer, joined them, holding a tablet with new ship designs. We have upgraded systems, he explained. Ships that seem ordinary can disable entire enemy fleets. Our technology is fast, efficient, and unexpected. The Caloran will not know what hits them until it is too late. Emma Brooks, the diplomat, spoke softly. We must also keep allies informed. Some species will follow the Caloran if they see weakness. Humanity must show that peace is not surrender. We act to protect life, not to conquer. But our power must be clear to all. Far from Earth, John Miller led a squadron through the outer colonies. He visited systems where humans lived quietly, helping them repair ships and set up communication networks. "We cannot let fear spread," he said to the leaders of each colony. "The Caloran tested us and they failed, but we must be ready. Humanity survives because we plan, observe, and act with patience." Lisa Grant worked in the orbital labs around Vesta. She had studied enemy ships, their weapons, and their strategies during the attack. She smiled as she shared data with engineers and commanders. "We know how they think," she said. "They rely on numbers and aggression. We rely on precision, intelligence, and strategy. We have the advantage if we act carefully." Across human space, colonies activated hidden defense satellites and small fleets. Humans had built these quietly over decades, knowing the galaxy could one day test their patience. These systems had never been used in battle, but now they were ready. Small ships that seemed harmless could disable entire fleets, and hidden satellites could control the flow of battle from orbit. On Earth, Alex Carter addressed the Council again. "We will not attack first. Humanity does not seek war. But if the Calorins strike again, they will face the full strength of our strategy. Every ship, every satellite, every system is ready, and when we act, it will be decisive." Claire Adams spread out a new map. "Our fleets will move in coordinated strikes," she explained. "We will protect our colonies first, disable enemy command networks, and cut supply lines. The Caloran think they are strong, but they have underestimated us. They will not know our full strength until it is too late." Ben Harris added, "Our ships can appear smaller than they are. Enemy sensors will not detect the true power until it is revealed. Speed, precision, and intelligence will decide the battle." Emma Brooks reminded them, "We must also consider civilians. Our goal is protection, not destruction. We will show the galaxy that humans fight not to conquer, but to defend life." Meanwhile, the Caloran regrouped. Commander Verk was angry and frustrated. "They fought back better than we expected," he said to his officers. "We underestimated them. They are clever, organized, and faster than we thought. We need a new plan." Relin spoke carefully. "Commander, humans are different. They do not seek war, but they act quickly when threatened. Our forces may be strong, but the more we attack, the more we reveal our weaknesses to them." Verk ignored the warning. "We are the Caloran Empire," he said. "We do not fear anyone. We will strike harder and take what we want. Humans cannot stop us." Back on Vesta, John Miller prepared his squadron for further operations. "We will not chase them blindly," he said. "We know their weaknesses, our ships are fast, and we will use every advantage we have. They attacked us, and now they will pay for underestimating humanity." Lisa Grant continued monitoring the enemy fleet. "Their weapons have limits," she said. "Their ships are powerful in numbers, but they lack coordination when disrupted. We can exploit that. Humanity will act with precision, not waste. Every strike will count." Across colonies, humans worked tirelessly. Communication networks were strengthened, emergency systems were tested, and fleets moved into strategic positions. Humans were quiet, patient, and organized. They had survived for centuries by avoiding unnecessary conflict, and now they were ready to show the galaxy their hidden strength. Alex Carter met with John Miller and Claire Adams via hologram. "Your task is critical," he said. "Protect the colonies, gather intelligence, and be ready for precise strikes. The Caloran do not know what humans can do when pushed. Let us make them understand without needless loss of life." John nodded. "We will act carefully. We will be fast, smart, and precise. They attacked our people, and we will respond in a way that ensures they cannot threaten humanity again." Claire Adams added, "Our strategy is patience and precision. We do not rush. We wait for the perfect moment, and then we act decisively. Humanity has been quiet for centuries, but that quiet has been preparation." Ben Harris smiled as he looked at new ship designs. "Every fleet will appear normal, but every ship has hidden systems. The Caloran will think they are facing small, harmless forces. By the time they realize the truth, it will be too late for them." Emma Brooks reminded them again, "We are not seeking revenge. Our goal is protection and survival. Humanity will show strength without cruelty. Our message to the galaxy is clear. Patience is not weakness, and humans will defend themselves when necessary." The fleets began moving. Small human ships traveled silently through space, unseen by enemy sensors. Hidden satellites powered up, ready to strike at the right moment. Humans had always avoided showing their strength, but now they prepared to reveal it carefully and deliberately. Commander Verk believed he had the advantage. He moved his fleet aggressively, striking at trade routes and communication networks. But humans were ready. Hidden sensors detected his movements, and small human fleets intercepted his forces at critical points. John Miller led his squadron in coordinated strikes, disabling engines and command systems on Caloran ships. Enemy formations fell apart quickly, and humans avoided unnecessary losses. They moved fast, struck precisely, and disappeared before the enemy could respond. Lisa Grant guided every maneuver from orbit. Her calculations ensured that every strike counted, every civilian remained safe, and the enemy could not regroup. She felt a quiet satisfaction as she watched the Caloran fleet struggle against precision tactics. On Earth, Alex Carter watched the operations unfold. "This is how humanity protects itself," he said softly. "We do not fight for conquest, but when we are forced, we act decisively. Let the galaxy see that patience and intelligence are stronger than arrogance and force." Claire Adams monitored the entire strategy, adjusting movements as needed. "The Caloran are confused," she said. "They expected easy victories. They do not understand our coordination or intelligence. Humanity will show them that strength is more than numbers." Ben Harris smiled at the results on his screen. "Our systems worked perfectly," he said. "They thought we were weak. They were wrong. This is only the beginning. The galaxy will learn to respect humanity." Emma Brooks sent messages to other species, letting them know that humans were not weak. "Peace has been our choice, not our weakness," she wrote. "We defend life, we protect colonies, and we act with intelligence. Let the galaxy understand that humanity is patient but not powerless." Across the Vesta system and other colonies, humans celebrated quietly. The Caloran had been pushed back. Civilians were safe, and human fleets had proven their ability to act decisively. The attack had failed, and humans had shown the galaxy their hidden strength. Commander Verk was frustrated. "Humans are not weak," he admitted. "They are clever, organized, and fast. We underestimated them. We must rethink our strategy." But it was too late. Humans had acted with precision, protecting life and showing strength. The Caloran would remember this battle as a mistake they could not repeat. Humanity had been patient for centuries, and now the galaxy knew. Humans do not attack without reason, but when forced, they respond with intelligence, strategy, and power. John Miller returned to Vesta, speaking to the surviving population. "You were brave," he said. "You stayed calm, followed orders, and trusted humanity's strategy. We have survived because of patience, intelligence, and courage. The galaxy must learn that humans protect what is theirs." Lisa Grant looked at the stars. "We have learned much," she said. "The Caloran tested us and they failed. Humanity has hidden strength. Our patience was never weakness, it was preparation." On Earth, Alex Carter addressed the council. "This is the moment humanity has trained for," he said. "We have shown the galaxy that patience is not weakness. We do not seek war, but we protect life with strategy, intelligence, and power. The Caloran made a fatal mistake. Let this be a warning. Humanity will not be underestimated." And so, humans continued to prepare, rebuild, and observe. The galaxy had begun to understand that patience and intelligence were humanity's true strength. Hidden power, careful strategy, and courage had turned a test into a victory. Humanity had remembered its past. It had survived centuries of patience, avoided unnecessary conflict, and now revealed the depth of its strength. The galaxy would never forget that humans were quiet, patient, and careful, but also clever, precise, and ready to protect everything they held dear. The first test was over. Humanity had survived, but the galaxy had more challenges ahead, and humans were ready. They had learned that patience was not weakness, and now the world, the colonies, and the stars would witness the quiet power of humanity in full. The galaxy had learned something new. Humans were patient, careful, and quiet, but they were not weak. The Caloran had attacked, thinking that humanity would surrender. They had made a fatal mistake. Now humanity was ready to act decisively. On Earth, President Alex Carter sat in the council chamber, watching the live maps of human fleets across space. Every ship was in position. Every satellite, hidden for decades, had been activated and was ready to strike at precise points. The Caloran did not yet understand the full strength humanity had prepared. Claire Adams, the lead tactician, studied the maps with focus. "The Caloran have scattered their fleets," she said. "They are still trying to recover from their last defeat. Their ships are strong, but they are slow and uncoordinated. Our strategy will take advantage of every weakness." Ben Harris, the engineer, nodded. "All ships are ready. Every system, every weapon, every defense is fully operational. The Caloran will not know what hits them until it is too late." Emma Brooks spoke softly. "We must still act with care. Civilians must be protected, and our goal is not destruction, but the safety of humanity. Every move will be precise, not reckless." Far from Earth, John Miller led a fleet of fast human ships. His squadron was small, but it moved with perfect coordination. Every maneuver was calculated. Every strike was timed to cause maximum disruption to the enemy while avoiding unnecessary loss of life. Lisa Grant worked from orbital stations, guiding the fleet with calculations and predictions. "Their weapons have limits," she said. "Their fleets are larger but slower. They cannot match our speed and intelligence. We will disable them before they can strike again." Commander Verk on the Caloran flagship was growing frustrated. His fleet was trying to regroup, but human precision attacks kept disrupting every plan. "They fight differently than expected," he muttered. "They do not strike randomly, they aim for our weaknesses. How is this possible?" Relin spoke cautiously. "Commander, they have prepared for this. They are using their intelligence, speed, and strategy. We underestimated their patience. It is not weakness, it is experience and planning." Verk shook his head. "We cannot let them show us this strength. We will strike harder." But it was too late. Humans had already calculated every likely move. John Miller's fleet moved silently, cutting off Caloran supply lines and communication points. Small human ships appeared from unexpected directions, striking key ships before they could react. Lisa Grant monitored enemy fleets with precision. She guided each human strike to avoid civilians and protect colonies while slowly weakening the Caloran fleet. "Every move counts," she said. "Do not waste energy. Focus on precision. Humanity wins by intelligence, not brute force." On Earth, Alex Carter watched the live feed with satisfaction. "The Caloran believed strength was numbers and force," he said quietly. "They do not understand patience, planning, and precision. Humanity will protect itself, but it will do so wisely." Claire Adams coordinated movements across the galaxy. "Their fleet is collapsing," she reported. "We have disrupted command centers, disabled engines, and forced them into retreat. Their next move is predictable, and we are ready for it." Ben Harris monitored hidden human systems. "We are using technology they did not know existed. Every ship, every satellite, every defense system is coordinated. The Caloran have no idea of the true strength humanity has prepared." Emma Brooks sent messages to neutral species across the galaxy. "Humanity does not seek war," she wrote. "We act to protect life and peace. The Caloran have tested us and failed. Let all species know, patience is not weakness, and humans will defend themselves decisively when necessary." The Caloran were in chaos. Their ships were scattered, engines disabled, and communication networks disrupted. Commander Verk could not understand how humans, who seemed quiet and peaceful, had orchestrated such precise attacks. "This cannot be happening," he shouted. "They are too organized, too fast. They are stronger than we thought." John Miller led a strike team to intercept Verk's flagship. The small human ships moved quickly, striking weak points in the Caloran ship's engines and weapon systems. The flagship's movement slowed, and control began to falter. Lisa Grant directed the strikes from orbit, coordinating with every fleet across the galaxy. "Keep focus," she said. "Disable, not destroy. Show strength, not cruelty. Humanity protects life even when defending itself." On the Vesta colony, survivors watched the skies as human ships moved in perfect formation. Fires from the previous attack were gone, and humans worked to rebuild. Yet everyone could see the fleets striking with precision, defending colonies and forcing the Caloran to retreat. Commander Verk finally realized the truth. "Humans do not attack recklessly," he said. "They fight to protect, they strike with intelligence, and they will not surrender. They have strength hidden behind patience." Relin shook his head. "We underestimated them. Every attack we launched was met with strategy, not chaos. Every move they made was calculated. They are not weak. They are the opposite of what we thought." Verk had no choice. His fleet, battered and confused, retreated from human space. The Caloran Empire had suffered losses they could not quickly replace. Their arrogance had led them into a trap of patience, intelligence, and preparation. On Earth, Alex Carter addressed the Council. The Calorin have been defeated, not by anger, but by intelligence, planning, and careful action. Humanity has shown the galaxy its strength without cruelty. We protected our people, defended our colonies, and reminded the galaxy that patience is not weakness. Claire Adams smiled. Our strategy worked perfectly. They never expected this level of coordination. We acted with precision, protected life, and forced them to retreat. The Calorin will think twice before challenging humans again. Ben Harris added, our technology and planning ensured maximum impact with minimum risk. Humanity does not need to conquer, but it can protect everything it has built. Emma Brooks sent a final message to the galaxy. Peace has been humanity's choice for centuries. When threatened, we respond with intelligence, strategy, and precision. Let all species know, humans may be quiet and patient, but we will never be weak. John Miller returned to Vesta, speaking to survivors. You were brave, he said. You stayed calm, followed orders, and trusted humanity's plan. Humanity has survived because of patience, courage, and intelligence. The galaxy now knows that we protect what we have built. Lisa Grant watched the stars from the orbital lab. We have proven something important, she said. The galaxy thought patience was weakness. We have shown it is preparation. Humanity protects life, and we do so with wisdom and precision. As colonies repaired, fleets returned to bases, and communication networks resumed, humans began to rebuild stronger than before. The attack had been devastating, but it had also shown humanity's hidden strength. Commander Verk, back in Calorin space, realized the cost of his arrogance. His fleet had lost ships, his reputation was damaged, and he had been outsmarted by a species he thought weak. We underestimated patience, he muttered. We underestimated intelligence. Humanity is not to be challenged lightly. Across human space, the message was clear. The galaxy would remember that humans do not attack without reason, but when forced, they respond with precision, intelligence, and strength. Patience had protected humanity for centuries, but now it had also revealed hidden power. Alex Carter addressed the council one final time. We have protected our people, defended our colonies, and ensured that humanity's patience will never be mistaken for weakness again. The Calorin made a fatal mistake, and the galaxy will remember it. Humanity will continue to seek peace, but we will never surrender it to those who test us. John Miller spoke to his fleet. This is the future we must build. Protect life, act with intelligence, and be ready. Patience is our strength, but courage and strategy define our survival. Humanity is quiet, careful, and strong. Lisa Grant added, we have learned that peace can be maintained, but preparation is necessary. The galaxy must understand that humans protect what is theirs, and we do so wisely, not recklessly. In every colony across every planet, humans celebrated quietly. They had survived the first major attack in centuries, protected life, and revealed hidden strength. The galaxy had learned that patience is not weakness, and that humanity, though quiet and peaceful, is strong, clever, and ready to defend itself. Commander Verk and the Calorin Empire retreated to recover. They had learned a lesson they would never forget. Humans are not to be underestimated. Their patience is strategy, their intelligence is strength, and their preparation is unmatched. Back on Earth, President Alex Carter looked at the stars and smiled. Humanity had kept peace for centuries, but now the galaxy knew their hidden truth. We will continue to seek peace, he said, but humanity will never again be tested without consequence. Patience protects us, but intelligence and courage define us. As night fell across the human colonies, lights glowed in cities, laboratories, and spaceports. Humanity had survived, defended life, and secured its place in the galaxy. The Calorin had made a fatal mistake, and humanity had shown that patience is not weakness but strength. The quiet humans had finally revealed their true power. They had survived attack, protected life, and taught the galaxy a lesson. Humanity had waited patiently for centuries, and now the galaxy knew. Humans do not attack without reason, but when forced, they act decisively, with intelligence, precision, and courage. And so, humanity kept peace, but the galaxy would never forget the day patience became power, and patience became victory. Humanity kept peace until the enemy made a fatal mistake.